If you get the Triforce at the beginning of the game, you trip balls. And welcome to a Zelda stream. One of the few Zelda games I've never streamed. Legend of Zelda Oracle of Seasons, 2001, Capcom. It's a good game. I played it before. I played through it twice. And, you know, I've been meaning to do another Zelda game for a little while. I wanted to do it earlier in the year as opposed to later. Yeah, I mean, I figured I didn't want to do this too close to Link's Awakening remake. Hang on, let me even out the volume. I'm gonna get this question a lot, so I'm gonna explain it right now. Okay, so why did I choose Seasons over Ages? Seasons is a bit shorter, and Seasons works well into Ages. Like, the Link feature works better with Seasons into Ages. And I have a little bit of nostalgia for Seasons over Ages because this is the one I played first. It feels right to be playing a Zelda game on stream, honestly. It's been too long. I'm not doing Ages directly afterwards. I don't know when Ages is gonna be, but I want to do Seasons. I'm not gonna worry about Ages. It's not gonna be a back-to-back thing. But I feel like this is a good one to do. And this is one that, you know, again, Ages and Seasons, aside from the DS games, are two of the only Zelda games I've never streamed, so I figured, what's going on with this binding? Alright, so now before we do anything, I need to make sure video game controls is good. Because video game controls is not good right now. It's fucking weird. I press the B button and Link moves down. Whoa. 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 Oh, sorry, okay. So yeah, it's a little party. Oh, I may need an overlay for this, or an underlay. Join our jovial troupe of performers. Do you have a tooth ring from Final Fantasy VII? Din is a popular dancer. Just seeing her dance raises one's spirits. This was supposed to be a trilogy of games, but only 2 came out. It was called the Triforce series while it was in, I know it's pronounced Troop. Come on. Yeah, it was supposed to be a Triforce series, now, and then it became 2 games instead of 3. Word while you slept. You're Link. How do you do, Link? I'm Din. I saw a red flash in the woods, and when I went to see what it was, you were lying there. Mystery surrounds you, Link. I'm just glad you're better. Come, won't you dance with me? I don't have a dance. What's the dance button? Do you have to unlock it? Do you have to buy it? DLC? I'm Impa, the troop's cook, and you are Link? I see. Din, the dancing girl, found you collapsed in the woods. Last time I played through these games, and I'm not sure if I played through them fully, was when they released them on the 3DS. So the 3DS re-release was my previous playthrough of Ages. That was 2012? Okay. I think I have to talk to everybody. She's strong-willed but very kind-hearted. Din always looks so lovely, but she seems smitten with you. I'm jealous. Well, Zelda's jealous. Impa looks different all the time, and of course people in chat are saying Impa is thick. Of course. Come on, I'm ready. I wanna... I'm ready to dance. Oh, here we go. Din looks like her, she would be friends with Shantae in a different universe, or maybe in the same game. That was fun. You're a good dancer. It's been some time since I had fun. Such fun. Remember, Game Boy screen, very small, big text. Hey, your left hand, it has a triangle on it. That is a sacred mark in Hyrule. If it's the true symbol, then you are a hero with a special fate, Link. A special fate! Link, nothing. Let's dance. Let us dance. What if Link is just a fan of Doritos? He wants to be spayed for the do-rate. I found you, Din. Oracle of Seasons. You hid yourself well, but you cannot escape. Onox! General of Darkness! Brother of Coculok. If she wanted to hide, she maybe would have, like, stayed in a house. And not, like, danced on top of a log. Tree stump. Get out of my way, boy. Link! Yep. That tornado is kind of loud, isn't it? Yeah, Onox is the big, strong muscle butt man. Was that a clown-nado? Could have been. What do you plan to do with me? As you know, if I imprison the Oracle of Seasons and bury the temple that houses the season spirits, the seasons of Holodrum will be... Let me lower the game again, because goddamn this sound chip. Cast into chaos, the bountiful gifts of nature will rot, and all living things perish. That is the world of darkness that I long for. No, Onox, no. Ah! Oh! Oh! Yeah! Not the first time someone's been in a crystal in a Zelda game. Down, Temple of Seasons, spring, summer, fall, winter, fall into chaos. Vinny, are you going to do a linked game with ages? That's gonna be the question of the hour. Of the next several hours. The answer is yes, eventually. For sure. But, this is a standalone stream for now. Someone asked if I was gonna get the Castlevania collection. I've already streamed some of the games in that collection. I mean... I'll talk about it during the stream. I'll talk about it. I need to work this out verbally, out loud. And maybe I'll figure out if I'm gonna buy it. Yeah, music. Good music. So, let me get the timeline out. The timeline from Hyrule Historia places these games as follows. Even though it doesn't matter. It just doesn't matter, but we're gonna talk about it anyway, for just a second. Okay. So, the hero is defeated in Ocarina of Time, and it's the, decline of the hero in the last hero timeline, which goes to a lot of the classic games. So, Link to the Past is the first game in this timeline, followed by Oracle of Ages and Seasons, so it's the same Link. Same Link as Link to the Past, and then after this, Link's Awakening happens, like it matters. Then a different Link is Link Between Worlds, Triforce Heroes, then much later, you have Zelda 1 and 2. So that's all on the left, in case you missed it. Again, this is all done after the fact, so don't think about it. It's like time travel in movies, just don't think about it too much. Just whatever. Let it be what it is. Vinny, Nintendo recently changed Oracle of Seasons and Ages to be after Link's Awakening. Either way. It really... Yeah, I mean, the timeline doesn't matter to me too much, but I'll tell you what does matter. It's kinda cool knowing that this is the same Link from Link's Awakening. You know what's cool about this game? When I try to lift something, it's not gonna give me a full, long-ass message about how I can't lift it. Because I need a power bracelet. Bracelet? Maku Tree Gate, show courage, and gain passage. Let me in! It's like the vendor from Secret of Mana. I am Vasu the jeweler. No, I know jewelry. I know jewelry. In this game, you collect a bunch of rings, and there are, like, a ton of them. And, one of the cooler aspects of this game are the rings. A ring, get it appraised later. Until you've had a ring appraised and its power revealed. Praise this? Yes. So you get a ring, you appraise it. It's the friendship ring. Symbol of a meeting. I'll praise this for free, but after this it will be 20 rupees. Yeah, the ring system in this game was kinda cool. I always felt like the earlier Zelda games would, benefit from some more meaningful collectibles other than 100 rupees that you get when you have 998 rupees. Do you know of the Hero's Cave near the western coast? The Hero's Sword is said to be hidden there, but no one has ever found it. And then they're not looking too hard. in my opinion, Vinny, is this the classic RPG you've been talking about? I never said RPG, and Final Fantasy IX is still going to happen, but that's going to be a little bit closer to the summer.
I'm Bippin, the expert arborist. Where are we going, Treebeard?
Blossom and I just had our first child. Yes, we did. Have a look. I like how he pushed me into the child. Vinny, what color is your Game Boy Color? Oh, my Game Boy Color that I'm streaming this on? It is... lime green. And marshmallow. I am Blossom. This is my first child, a healthy baby boy, but I am having trouble choosing a name. Can you help me think of one? What would you call him? Twant. You would name him Twant? Maybe not. I would name him... I would name your baby... Can I put Kathan? Quant? You know what? Quant is pretty... Quamp. Quamp. You would name him Quant? Yeah, it rolls off the tongue. It's just such a nice, it's a fine name. That's what I'll call him. He seems happy to have it. Come visit us anytime. Quamp. I think I made up a new word today, like Carl, when he was like, we ran out of words, and he's like, come up with a word, and Ricky's like, Scrimpton, and Carl's like, well, that's pretty good, that. I have to find the sword. It's in some kind of cave. I was gonna say, if that was the cave and no one ever found the sword, that would be pathetic. That would be absolutely fucking pathetic. Hero's Cave. Well, here's the cave. Gee whiz. No one would ever find such a hidden sword. Oh no, a Babby Jelly. Like, it works well as a little tutorial cave for absolute Zelda beginners. But I just can't imagine anyone in the village not having spent at least 3 minutes attempting the puzzles in this... God damn it. Whoa, what's going on with my D-pad? D-pad, no, D-pad. D-pad, that's down. Not diagonal left, down. No wonder the sword has remained hidden for so long. Where are we going, boss? We're going to the hero's cave, Bubba. That's what this music sounds like to me. The wooden sword. This truly is a sign of courage. Now, I don't buy it because you use the wooden sword for like more than half this game. Or if not the whole game. Wow, could you imagine the hero's cave? The hidden sword that has been talked about in legend for years and years in the village. And it's wood. Yeah, I mean, anyone in the village could just make a stick. Someone said, so enjoy not getting all the heart pieces, dude. This will not be a 100% completion. Not a chance. Because there's also a bunch of rings in this game. But yeah, it's a pretty good Zelda game. This wouldn't be my go-to if someone said, what should I start with? Nor would this be my go-to for streaming, which is why it's taken me 9 years to stream the fucking game. But last time I replayed it, I thought it was pretty good. Capcom did a nice job with it. Oracle of Seasons, which is the one I'm playing currently, is a much more combat and like brute force oriented game, where Ages is much more puzzle oriented. Granted, they're both like each other in a lot of ways. But this one has more combat and exploration, and the other one has more puzzles. So let me just destroy these crops. Are they different? Yeah, they're two completely different games with two different storylines, but they just share some items and some general stuff in common. And they're both really good. Honestly, they're both really good Zelda games, and if you're, if you've played through most of the other ones and you missed these two, they're definitely worth playing through. Sorry. Okay, we just gonna pop. This is a puzzle. You pop the sleep bubble. Whoa! Who's that? Did you wake me? Who are you? What? It's taken while I slept. No, I'm not doing a Treebeard voice. We'll be here for the next 3 years. There's no sign of the Temple of Seasons. This is awful. Guarding the Oracle is my duty. Alas, how I've withered. What's to be done, Link? This isn't even like the third coolest tree that talks in the Zelda universe. You'll need the 8 essences of nature that lie sleeping in Holodrum. Gather all 8. Gathering all 8 is the only option. The essences possess the sacred power of nature with which you can break the shadow barrier and save Din. Shall I repeat it? Absolutely not. Zelda tree tier list when? I'd say Deku tree number 1. And then like maybe like the Deku lad from Wind Waker. Which Deku tree? Oh. Well, that's gotta be Deku tree prime. Right, Deku Sprout, right? And then probably like every other Korok. And then the Butler's dead son from Majora's Mask for sure. Yeah. So, I remember completing this game when it first came out, and it took me a while to get to Oracle of Ages. I bought both at the same time, and I liked both. I didn't not enjoy them, but for some reason I only played through like the first 3 dungeons of Ages and then just gave up. Oh. Just gotta push into it. Yeah, it's not that Ages was a bad game, but I just didn't finish it, and then years later when it came out on 3DS I finished it for the first time. And, I don't think I did a full completion of both games. So, if I do both games on stream, it'll be a 100%... Well, not 100% like items, but I mean, I'll do the link cable thing and get Vigoron's sword and defeat Ganon or whoever it is. Also, this dungeon is a nice little reference to Zelda 1. It wasn't link cable, yeah, it was passwords. So for those that don't know, for those that are totally devoid of any knowledge of these games, Capcom had this thing that they touted where they were going to do this thing called the Triforce series, and all 3 games were going to link up. But what ended up happening was it was 2 games, and they just used a password system. So you get some passwords when you finish one game, and you use the password in the other game to get some new stuff, to get some rings and a sword, and then eventually the true final boss. Oldman, return light to unlit torches. Well, I could set my sword on fire because it's made of wood. Oh yeah, it was still awesome. I mean, even the password system worked really well, and it adds, incentive to play through both games. That's 16 giant dungeons if you play through both games at the same time. And Capcom did a pretty good job with the puzzles and dungeons. They really emulated the Zelda style. I know some people aren't into these games, but I think they're pretty fucking solid entries. Someone in chat said, someone who hates people that hate sunrises and puppies, maybe. They're a bit underrated. People don't really talk about them when they talk about their favorite Zelda games. If I had to do a Zelda tier list, they wouldn't be in my top tier. How do you think they stack up against Minish Cap? I'll let you know. I'd say that they're probably like, say I had an S tier, that like Ocarina, through nostalgia, would probably be there. Link to the Past would be there. Maybe Majora. But I know some of the Zelda games did not age better than others. Or aged worse than others. I'd put these in the B tier, maybe. I'm not gonna do a tier list right now. I'm not gonna sit here and upset my audience. Because tier lists just end up upsetting everyone and making no one happy except the person who made the tier list. But I'd really have to put some thought into it. I'm not gonna do that right now. But I'll tell you what, next time I stream this game, I will have a fully thought out, professional tier list for you. What tier are the CDI games? I'm gonna put them in their own tier. Stupid, sexy, stylish. Triple S. Do Tingle games count? I can't count a Tingle game as a Zelda game. I'm sorry, I can't do that. I cannot allow that, Star Fox. Oh, I have bombs. I was waiting to get, bombs. It's not Kui, it's Pui. Link's crossbow training would probably be, like, somewhere near Spirit Tracks. It's a shame, too, because there's a lot I liked about Spirit Tracks. There's just a lot of tedium, and, I cannot, for the life of me, understand why trains were used in that. Well, I guess the whole fucking theme of the game. Never mind, but just, can we off-road? Man, if they let me, like, do some off-roading, that would be great. Or multi-track, drifting. Oh, you cannot pass. Question for anyone. Oh shit, it's another Zelda 1 reference. The Boomerang Lads. Forgot about that. That's a portal to the beginning of the dungeon. This is also extremely Zelda 1. This has got some good fan service in it already. When did I stream Link's Awakening? If anyone remembers. Was that last year? Also, that was the last Zelda game I streamed, right? Well, we're getting another Link's Awakening stream this year, so... Ocarina of Time randomizer. Oh, right, okay. Well, that's also... it's a different thing, kind of. Where does Breath of the Wild land on the list? I unabashedly love Breath of the Wild. And I'm gonna have to think about where it would belong. But it's gonna be real high up. I think Breath of the Wild is not going to age. Like, it's gonna age well. I think it's still gonna be a great, like, played game. But I also think that what's gonna happen with it is the next Zelda game is going to fix a lot of the issues that people had with Breath of the Wild and bring back a healthy dose of classic Zelda, and it's gonna overshadow Breath of the Wild in the future. But it's still gonna be seen as revolutionary in some degree for open world games. And, I think people are still gonna have a soft spot for it. Which Zelda games are S tier in your opinion? Majora, Link to the Past for sure. Definitely those two. Definitely. I'll have to think about the rest. Because as much as I love Zelda 2, it's just a personal favorite, and not the best Zelda game. Yeah, Wind Waker is great. That's why tier lists are fucking hard, man. Especially for a series that... so many games mean so many different things to me, for different reasons, based on when I played them for the first time. So Zelda 1 and 2 are just childhood nostalgia. Wind Waker has a really specific place in my heart, if you will. Heart piece. Vinny, do you consider Soul Calibur a Zelda game, as they stand in the same universe? No. Absolutely not. No. Necrodancer is coming out soon, I think. There's some rumors it's coming out in June. I think the Necrodancer Zelda thing is probably going to be available at E3. They're going to show their direct. Available now! Cadence of Hyrule. But the thing about that is, I wouldn't even consider that a Zelda game, as much as it looks like one. So, yeah, I mean, my tier list would strictly comprise games that are in the Zelda franchise, like, main... franchise. Like, for example, Hyrule Warriors is not gonna be on my tier list. And Hyrule Warriors, I spent probably close to like 80-90 hours in. Just mindless, dopey, grindy fun, but it got too grindy. Also, those 80-90 hours are spread over DLCs. Vinny, do you know about the Super Metroid Zelda Link to the Past randomizer? I know about it. I've spoken about it many times, and I don't mean to be prickly about this. It's gonna come across shitty, but I'm gonna say it anyway. I've heard about the Zelda Link to the Past and Super Metroid randomizer, and I still get maybe 1 or 2 emails about it a week. I don't want to play it. It just doesn't appeal to me, and I still hear about it a lot. So... nope, I'm good. Yeah, it's cool. I mean, it looks like a cool concept, but it also could take many hours to complete. I watched it, streamed, and I watched Hootie play it, and I was just like, nah, man, I think I'll stick to each one separately. Ow, watch where you're going. You just hit Maple. The Great Witch Syrup's apprentice. Thanks to you, all the stuff fell out of my bag. The Great Witch will be mad. I can't find any Lon eggs, and now this? I'll just take the stuff you dropped, too. Finders keepers. Mine. Wow, I got a really good deal out of that. I'll remember this. Apparently she has a really low chance to drop a heart piece. But yeah, getting a potion out of that is absolutely wonderful. Hang on a second. Cadence of Hyrule was found in the eShop store data mine to release May 30th. It was also supposed to be randomizer-esque because all the dungeons are going to be randomly generated as well. We're still unsure about the items being randomized, but we do know quite a bit now. There's like 25 total remixes by Danny B in the game. Mental. Pretty mental, that. Shh, don't tell. Again, loving the Zelda 1 stuff. It's a secret to everyone. I'm gonna set the cat on fire. This is a good idea, right? If it exploded, that would have been nice. I mean, not like just for fun. Vinny, what animal friend will you go with? I don't know, actually. I don't remember them. So the seasons are this game's main gimmick for anyone who's unaware. And they change, and you can eventually change them. And you'll see snowdrifts blocking paths or helping you get places, like up there. Different seasons have different environmental effects, and in order to get to all the stuff in the game, you need to utilize the seasons as you would your very own Johnson. Arsonist Link, setting fire to everyone and everything in his path. Do come in, welcome to Vasu Jewelers. Let's see. So, I got a new ring. 20 rupees to appraise, and this is the Discovery Ring. Sense soft earth nearby. That's better than the Friendship Ring, which is just a symbol of friendship. Which, make no mistake, it's nice that me and this jeweler guy are friends, but it's not that I don't appreciate being friends with the jeweler guy, but his ring does... Like, what does it do? Then he's your friend. Yeah, friendship can't find rupees. Be up on that fire, so I can set fire to more things. The light in here is too dim to read by. Can anyone light my fire? Come on, baby, light my fire. Splendid, I can finally focus. Here, take this Kukudex. You got a Kukudex. It's the result of many years of cuckoo research. Oh, it's like a Pokedex. Yeah, this is the SimCity guy. Making a return cameo from Link's Awakening. You know that it would be untrue. Sorry, that's Drunk Morrison. That's late 60s, early 70s Jim. Well, he didn't make it that long. Late 60s Jim. You know that it would be untrue. You know that I would be a liar. That was no, it's not Homer Simpson impression. Yeah, Jim had a couple rough years. There's like there's a lot of live doors CDs, records, tapes, whatever, that were coming out after Jim died because they needed to keep making money off of them. And a lot of it is just like, just live shows from wherever that were recorded, and some of them are fucking terrible. Oh, they're so bad. Yeah, it's just drunk, high Jim Morrison just growling. Making gurgling noises and like improving and forgetting verses and choruses and lines. I hope Quamp will grow strong and healthy like you. So the name is decided. Quamp. It is. That's a fine name. I hope it grows to be a fine child. Do you think a name can set the destiny of a child? Like, if you name your child, like, Daenerys or Khaleesi, for example. Never mind. If you name your child Red, and their favorite color becomes blue, is that your fault because they're just sick of that color? They become a Pokemon trainer. Oh, good point. Good point. I wanna be the bee's knees like no one ever. This is the mayor's home. The mayor's fascinated with gacha nuts now. Then the place, the planter, and the planter's deeds affect what nuts produce. The mayor found a good place recently, so he's quite happy. I don't think I read any of that correct. I'm Rule, mayor of Horon Village. Do you have any gacha seeds? If you plant one in the soft earth, it will grow into a tree that bears nut. Inside those nut, you'll find all sorts of things. It is so fun, I can't help myself. There's some soft earth just outside, planted there. You don't know about gacha seeds. You're missing out. I'll give you my prized gacha seed to welcome you to town. It's gacha seeds. They're just same thing. Why was this sealed away in a separate part of their house? Like, what evil deeds has that seed committed? It's kind of funny, people are rediscovering the Vince slap chop. Like, it went viral recently. Again, on Twitter. And, people are like, who is this guy? He's amazing! You're gonna love my nuts! I was like, man, has it been that long? I can't wait till they find out that he bit a hooker's tongue. That's gonna be a fun discovery. And it's like, well, we can't have this guy work anymore. Too late. He already has no work. She bit him and he hit her. The story is still- I've heard the story so many times, and yet I'm still so confused every time. Because it's like, I've heard different details about the story, and I don't know what the hell happened there anyway. What's he doing now? Well, he was doing comedy movies before he started selling stuff. And, I have no idea. Well, I say comedy movies, but I can't do air quotes in voice alone. So,